It's cliche, and I understand it's cliche, but today I'm asking one simple question. Are the straights okay? And real quick before you get into that, a lot of comments, people think that this is very stressful and they like try to call me out for having a ton of tabs open. And so you know what? I've been listening. Boom. Now you don't even have to see how many tabs there are. So are the straights okay? As a fellow straight myself, sometimes I find myself asking this question when I'm scrolling on the app we all know, we all love. TikTok, we all love it. It's a great app. Because the straights are constantly doing like this. I dropped some hot sauce and I asked my fiance to clean it, and this is how it went. That's right, folks. 41 seconds straight of this guy turning his white countertop into orange with the hot sauce. This blew up. You can see it has 1.5 million likes. And so I'm going to show you a couple more versions of this trend, quote unquote. And I want you guys to look for two things. One, try to tell if the video is staged or real. And two, think about what the content is for. Who is watching this content that is being produced here? Because I dropped some hot sauce and I asked my husband how to clean it, and this is how it went.
Michael, what are you doing?
Cleaning up a mess.
Are you trying to like polish the granite with the
Wax on,
sauce?
wax off, little watch. Nothing.
This is why I don't allow you to clean it all. Because you don't. Oh my gosh.
This one you guys are saying seems fake. Okay, let's watch this, the third one here.
Why is it taking so long to clean?
Tissue.
So useful. Is that how you clean? Oh, smells of ketchup. Oh my. Why is the tissue there? And why does that smell of ketchup? So do you think you've cleaned the worktop like that?
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of you saying it looks fake, right? It seems fake. Why are these going mega viral? This has 143,000 likes. You can even see this top comment here with 63,000 likes. Better than the hot sauce one. So like, who is this content for, right? It's, to me, very clearly, it's just rage content. It's making people angry, right? I think it's pretty clear these videos, while like they may actually stem from a real life dynamic that the couple share that you know exists, it's staged. The videos are all staged. They're faked for TikToks to get views, to drive people to their page, to comment, you know, millions of hundreds of thousands of times. We can see when we look at the comment sections who this content is for. It's a lot of femme presenting women getting angry. If you marry this, you can't complain later. Bro, you're going to marry this? Congrats on your toddler, mama. Let's go to this one here. Divorce immediately. Well, that's a dog. I guess that's not femme presenting. I'm convinced to do it like that so you don't have to clean. Looked like a toddler playing with their food. That was hard to watch, right? Now this guy, he's getting a little bit more flowers. He's getting a little more props, which, I mean, if you want to go into like, he did the bare minimum, which was clean up a mess. Well, let's see if they're fake. To know if they're fake, we can just look at their pages. So the very first one, the hot sauce, the original one, the one that started it all, only has 4,700 followers, but YouTube channel, heart. Clearly, this person is using their relationship in order to create an online persona, or they're trying to. The next one, the second hot sauce, welcome to the Collado family, business email, very clearly using their relationship as a way to make money, right? They're trying to be viral online people. And the last one, same thing, 886,000. They're represented by a talent company. They're using their family for views. Let's say this was real. Why are you just lambasting your partner so hard? Like, allowing people to come in and just absolutely dunk on your guy for just cleaning up a thing improperly. And let's say that this was real. That's so mean. Now, people have brought up this term both in the chat and in the comment section plenty of times. Weaponized incompetence. Look it up. So let's hear from this YouTuber, the Queer Kiwi, about what they describe as weaponized incompetence.
Weaponized incompetence is when someone deliberately like manipulates someone into doing something by pretending that they don't know how to do it, or by using language like, but you do it so much better than me.
So that's a definition that the queer Kiwi gives here. And I think that's a pretty good definition of what we're working with when it comes specifically to weaponized incompetence. There was no real talking by the guy being like, oh, I don't know how to do this. He walked into a room, was told by their partner who was filming, they said, clean this up. It was pitched to them as a task to do. And they started to do the task, right? In all of these videos. Later on in this video, the queer Kiwi wanted to find more specific examples of weaponized incompetence. And in order to do that, they just looked up the term, wife left me with the kids.
And you see that through TikToks like this one.
Wife is out tonight, so I'm looking after the kids on my own. Strange though, I've just got this sudden urge to go to my mum's. I haven't seen her for a while. Kids haven't really seen her for a while. Haters will say I'm doing it for the help, but that is controversial and unfair. Mum, when they finish their dinner, they need a bath, alright?
Come on, please, just learn to be an adult.
That is a very clear example of a guy who, when quote unquote burdened with the task of taking care of his own children, he pushed that work off onto other women in his life. That's an insane L to post, that you literally can't even take care of your own child for an afternoon.
Completely foreign to them. They've never seen a sponge before in their lives. And so you have a lot of TikToks like these ones. When your wife goes away and you tell her everything will be okay, and then this guy is like with his laundry, just pouring washing powder over the top of his clothes, and then not knowing how to wash the dishes, not knowing what a vacuum is, and then just like looking out the window being like, one day she'll come back. I don't know how to exist without her. And like, bro, you are a grown ass man.
True. Now, I agree, and mini boop, right? Sometimes they do a bad job, that way they don't ask for your help again. Totally agree. That is a version of weaponized incompetence. But I want to compare the two clips we just watched. The first guy was clearly a guy thinking he was being funny and like manly by boasting about how he's giving his kids away to his mom in a way that is like, well, I'm a man, I don't need to take care of my little lads. That's what the woman's for. And the second one is this hyper staged, like it's a skit, where they wrote out something that was trying to be funny and quote unquote relatable. And I feel like it's very strange to pit both of those things as like the same thing. One of them is already presupposing that the thing was true, whereas the other one was just a written piece of, in my opinion, very bad content. There's actually a TikTok that Rinstar made. Unfortunately, their page is currently on private and I couldn't find their specific TikTok, but it's in this video from Brute America talking about weaponized incompetence.
Yes, a lot of men do weaponize their incompetence. A lot of men are also just actually incompetent. A lot of men never had to like accrue knowledge and learn how to like navigate society because there was always a woman to do it for them.
I think Rinstar makes a very interesting point here, because there is a difference between known and weaponized incompetence and somebody just being ignorant. And so I think this is where an interesting bit of nuance comes in, especially when it comes to people with neurodivergencies or people with mental health issues. So let's check out in that same video. It's from TikTok at Mia Stegner, and I could not find their original video either. I don't know what happened to them. Let's check out Mia Stegner talking about that exact issue.
Because some of us are neurodivergent or depressed or chronically ill or disabled, any number of things that makes it harder for us to go about our daily lives in a way that is viewed as competent. Nobody's trying to use these things as excuses. There's a difference between excuses and explanations. So yes, we gotta call out men and society for these patterns and this behavior of weaponized incompetence, but we have to be careful in the way that we're doing it because it can get really harmful and very ableist very quickly.
Lalicha, you make a very good point as well. Me as a woman, I don't remember being taught many things. I just know them by common sense. Yes, I agree. In a patriarchal system, though, there are many things that men, quote unquote, know through common sense because that is what society teaches men. Things that are, quote unquote, stereotypical men activities. Mowing the lawn, shoveling snow, using a grill. Like, think about male activities. So that my point isn't that that's right and that it's women's duty to fix men. That's not my point at all. I don't want this to be misconstrued. But when you throw in our current national mental health crisis, ADHD and autism being underdiagnosed in a lot of people, lack of access to therapy and resources on top of the system of patriarchy, primarily, of course, it's manifesting in this instance as being a way of men being unable or unwilling to complete simple tasks, it gets muddy. It gets muddier. That doesn't make it okay, but it gets muddier. When we look back at the examples that we've already watched today, all of these are quote unquote staged. This one to me feels the most real. It feels like she just started recording her fiance and this dude genuinely had a hard time figuring out how to clean up hot sauce. But he wasn't like looking at her and being like, oh, I don't know how to do it. He just did the thing and he did a poor job and now he's getting made fun of. And it's not a very supportive partner. Do you know what I mean? Versus like this one here. I think they even say at the end, this is why I clean things.
This is why I don't allow you to clean it all.
If he cleans poorly, shouldn't you like help him? Like clearly he doesn't know how to clean. That is not up for debate. This dude does not understand how to clean a countertop, but making fun of him in a TikTok video that's going to go out to millions of people doesn't help. If anything, it helps perpetuate it. Before we get into the next part, I want to show you guys what, in my opinion, is a totally natural response to somebody who is an influencer, a la me, recording their girlfriend after pouring ketchup on the counter. I did not tell Aurora what I was doing before we did this. Hey, Aurora. I spilled some ketchup. Can you clean it up? Isn't that a totally normal, valid response? Because you're just like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Why did you do that? Like, of course. Like, doesn't that make total sense? And it's so strange that people are willing to show their relationship on social media to literally like humiliating their partners. It seems like I'm being condescending to her, doesn't it? And it's a totally valid reaction to what was being said. And so that's why even on this one, where we say it feels real, it feels like the guy genuinely was just like trying to clean it up, it is weird. It is a weird thing to do. So let's tie that all into a different trend, the orange peel theory. So the orange peel theory is pretty simple. It suggests that the small acts of service and a partner's willingness to perform them indicate a healthy relationship. Okay, so the idea is the girl in the relationship gets an orange and says, hey, boyfriend, can you peel this orange? And hilarity ensues. So here is an example, I think the most viral example of the orange peel theory being put to the test.
I really want an orange right now.
All right, try here, but I got you, buddy. Here you go.
Go get me it? No! Yeah. You're not gonna peel it for me?
Dude, okay, as if I don't do enough.
Peel this orange for me.
Dude, I ask you to do things all the time.
I do everything. I just did your fucking laundry.
No.
And you can't peel this for me?
Dude, come on, man.
A good boyfriend would peel this for me.
Right.
Or like do something for me that I'm perfectly capable of. Obviously, I can peel this.
Like, you're not even that special. That's the thing. It's like, get that in your skull, dude. Like, you're really not that special.
Okay, then I'll just peel this orange for myself then.
Alright, go ahead. Oh, took you long enough.
Okay, folks, listen, I cannot reiterate enough that probably 90, maybe even more % of videos on TikTok are fake. Think about this video specifically. This is very clearly an improv skit, and it's not even good improv. It's like 4 out of 10 improv skills. But look at the engagement, 2.4 million likes. And look at the comment section. You're not even that special. Run for the hills. You're not even that special. Goodbye. The you're not even special was a bit much. These people are taking it like this was a real conversation that was had. And if you look at her, she spikes the camera more than Jim Halpert. If we think about this from if this was actually real, she set up a camera, probably where he can see it, but even if he can't, he clearly can see her doing this. And she breaks like 3 or 4 times. Watch her stifle a smile.
You know, that you can actually just do it yourself.
But maybe you're not impressed by my ability to read faces. And I totally get that. So let's see some of their other content. It doesn't say in her bio, like, this is comedy. There's no indication that this is fake. clearly, again, they are using their relationship as a means to make money and become social media famous. So let's look at one of their other videos here.
You have to act like I'm another woman hitting on you, okay?
Okay.
Oh my god, you're like so handsome.
For real?
What is wrong with you?
What? You came up to me looking sexy as
I'm not me. I'm a stranger.
Oh.
Do it again,
Okay.
but respect me. Remember,
Respect.
You're like gorgeous. What are you doing?
Okay, redo.
Hi. Oh my.
Get away from me, dude. You're a skank, dude. I have a girlfriend. Please. Like, you're actually disgusting.
No,
Like,
please.
you're giving homeless. You're giving homeless.
It's cringe content. The joke here is that the guy is stupid, right? But it's very clearly staged. And she's breaking throughout the whole thing. And the improv is so boring.
You need therapy.
Please,
You need better foundation. You need to take a shower. And that fit is from like, oh wait, how'd I do?
That's good.
Okay.
Oh, yay, they made up at the end. So again, it's very clearly staged, but let's look at the comments. This is him. Are you kidding? Girl, run. She liked that kiss. Foundation, that was personal. Low key, got insecure. There is no indication that this is a skit. This is fake. People are taking this for face value, that these people just hate each other. They just hate each other and they're in a relationship and he's a bad guy. They're just allowing like all these people to talk. It's wild to me. Let's do one more from this couple. So it says, confronting my cheating boyfriend.
What you did last night?
The hell did I do?
Tell them. Tell them.
I don't know.
I caught you sleeping with my best friend in our house.
Well, we watched the movie and went to bed.
No, we didn't. After that, you're sleeping with my best friend.
I feel like I would remember that. She got that thing on her. What are you talking about? Sarah? When? She wasn't even over last night.
Yeah, well, it was a really bad dream, but it doesn't matter.
A dream, bro?
Oh, it was a dream. It was a dream. We flipped the trope on the head. It's the girl who's being bad. It was a dream the whole time that he cheated on her.
I'm not getting nothing out of it. Like, I'm getting blamed for it and I didn't even get any action. The f***? At least let the guy get some cheeks.
Another dead giveaway is all of their videos that I've watched end in the middle of a sentence. There's no cuts the entire time, and then it cuts in the end of a sentence, or in the middle of a sentence here. He's about to say something else.
Let the guy get some cheeks.
Because they didn't script anything. They're so piss poor at improv, and they don't even do any pre-production. They just go, you cheated on me in this scenario. And then they go into it. But again, the comments, now people are finally, is this real or satire? But still, please leave him. You deserve so much better. But there are people calling it out as fake as well. But when it comes to all these weird tests, there's a video from Fitzy.mp4 that, in my opinion, puts it very well.
No way did I just see 2 videos of girls pouring half a bottle of ketchup onto the counter and then getting mad when their boyfriends didn't want to clean it. Then all the comments were eating it up, calling it weaponized incompetence. No, you poured half a bottle of ketchup on the counter. Why would he be obligated to clean it? You weirdos are creating scenarios to set your partner up for failure and then punishing them for it. It's weird. Have you considered that you would be happier in your relationship if you would simply stop doing weird shit like that? You're constantly testing your partner like that. I think you're weird, and I hope you get broken up with.
I think that's so funny. It's so true. Like, do you know how annoying it would be to be constantly tested by your partner all of the time? And it's like, it's only straight people. I have yet to see a single like lesbian couple, gay couple do this. It's only male and female couples. And I don't get it. As Fitzy.mp4 says, the cis hats are edited again. And it's like, obviously the ones that we've seen, I think, are all fake, right? They're all staged. But when people see trends like this, they go and test it on their own partners and then get upset when the orange peel theory doesn't work, which is asinine. Yeah, there's also the influencers who like hire a hot girl to flirt with their boyfriends, right? Yeah. And like those are probably all staged too. I just find it so weird that straight cis het couples are just like, bro, we need to figure out how big of a piece of my partner is, and then I'll never leave them. That's the thing, is we'll figure out that they're pieces of and then we'll never leave them. Shelby and her boyfriend are obviously far from the only people doing content like this. It didn't start with the ketchup video. It didn't end with the orange peel video. So let's look at another couple who is doing content like this. This is Alex Illustrates, and on screen it says, asking my husband if he would cheat on me for $1 billion.
Hey, babe.
Yeah, what's up?
Would you cheat on me for $1 billion?
$1 billion?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'd cheat on you for $1
Are
billion.
you serious?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You think that is worth more than our relationship?
Listen, when I show up with $1 billion in a Bentley, you can have your little free pass. We never talk about it again, and the rest of our lives we're living large.
Oh, hell no.
Living large.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Who is this content for? Is this the new prank couples Barbs? It probably is, because this doesn't seem healthy to make your entire online persona being guy and girl who hate each other. Previously, when we're looking at stuff like the orange peel theory, the spilled ketchup on the counter, the spilled hot sauce, those were all being rage bait for women, right? So they can comment, hey, what the men all suck, yada, 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 right? It's just rage bait. It's farming impressions by making women upset. This is rage bait for dudes. And look at the comment section. He's right, period. In a heartbeat, and I'd be fucking livid if she wouldn't do the same. Billion with the B. I don't think she realizes how much $1 billion is. This is a fake video. This is a fake video. It's fake. She didn't actually get upset. You know what happened is she sat down on his account, on his TikTok, set up the camera, framed it perfectly. He pretends to be in the middle of boxing, the manliest thing you can do. She said, I'm going to ask you this, and then you say that you would do it, and I'll get mad. And then that'll get, I don't know, 35,000 likes on TikTok. Because people interact with this stuff. Alex Illustrates at least has the decency to his 1.4 million followers to label his page as comedy. That doesn't mean that the joke doesn't harbor underlying problematic issues. And so if you didn't find that first video funny, how about we watch this comedy skit that I've titled, I Hate My Wife.
Is my employee, so I get to say things to her that most guys can't say to their wives. Hey, take the trash out. Hey, do the dishes. Hey, fold the laundry. Hey, get off your phone. Hey, pour me a beer. I figured out the secret, boys.
He figured out the secret, boys. You know, women, they always be on day phone, eating hot chips, not doing the dishes, etc., etc. And it's such a boring, lame joke. It's not a funny joke. It's not original. 227,000 likes. And by who? Vern Noble. You better not go home. Wait until you get home. Well, that's even if she lets you in. And when you get home, who is the boss? This is just for men to do rage baiting. This content is the same thing as peel and orange for me content. And it's just straight couples hating each other. And I don't get it. I don't get it. So if you didn't like I Hate My Wife, let's see this squeakquel, I Hate My Fat Wife.
Babe, I made some pizza. Do you want some?
I've been working out, I'm trying to look good. This is fine. I'll just have an orange. It's fine.
Oh, babe, are you sure you don't want any pizza?
Can I just smell it?
Yeah, here.
The thing is, this one's funny because they have Funny Song Studio and Sounds Reel playing. That way that it's funny. That's how you know it's funny.
No, it's okay. I'll take this orange.
Babe, are you sure you don't want any pizza? Seriously.
Just a little bite.
Okay, a little bite. Okay. How is it?
It's so good. I can't take it anymore. Give me the pizza.
Is it kind of clairvoyant that in this video she's peeling an orange? She's doing her own orange peel test.
I can't take it anymore. Give me the pizza.
If you wanted some pizza, you should have just asked. Okay.
All right, so we get the nice sexual noises, the eye flicks, yada, yada, yada. We love hating our wife. The long-awaited third installment into the trilogy of I'm jokingly cheating on my wife, parentheses, who I hate.
Wife, she's gone. Come over now.
She's checking her phone. Oh, she's mad. She's mad.
Oh, really? She's gone? You can come over now? Who's texting?
Nobody. I'm not texting anybody. Nobody's coming over right now.
I have nowhere to go.
Nobody's coming over.
No, I have nowhere to go now.
You can go to Target. Just go to Target. Nobody's coming over.
I don't need to go.
And of course, Justin Tripp has to chime in. He just had to comment, leaving the house dressed like that, she ain't going to Target. Michael Wolf says, my Russian wife will be silent and won't react. She will poison me at evening dinner and burn me in the backyard. That outfit's a little too sexy for Target shopping, no? Like, it's insane. I cannot stress enough that this is the same content as Orange Peel. And they try to dress up the spilling ketchup thing as this bigger, greater, like, oh, it's because men are dog shit. And men are dog shit. Do not misconstrue my words. However, this video is not indicative of actual weaponized incompetence. This dude's a dumbass and is making content. This is fake. Because when you see like an actual one, it's just the guy that doesn't know how to clean up a spill. It's just made to make you upset and drive engagement. What's wild about these relationships between these cis-het people, we look at it, right? And we're like, wow, it's crazy that you guys very clearly hate each other in these videos. And you would think that that would be looked at as weird. But so many people relate to it. Whether or not the videos are real or fake, people relate to it. That's why they're like, bro, my wife is exactly like that. Or like, oh, my husband also doesn't know how to clean up things. I hate him. There is an actual article here on the Washington Post titled Normal Marital Hatred is Real. Here's what to do about it. And this is an article where they're talking about Terrence Real, a best-selling author and family therapist who offers couples workshops. Quote, not one person has ever come backstage and say, what do you mean by that? Everybody knows what it is. It being marital hate. What? Huh? Hatred is it's a strong word. It's one thing for people in a TikTok comment section to be like, ugh, I hate my husband when he doesn't take the trash out. It is wild that a therapist is saying, no, you can hate your partner. And this person is, of course, shilling a book called Us, Getting Past You and Me to Build a More Loving Relationship, where they talk about in this article, it's okay to hate your partner. There are going to be moments when you look at your partner and at that moment, there is a part of you that just hates their guts. You're trapped with this horrible human being. How did you wind up here? What I want to say is, welcome to marriage. Welcome to long-term relationships. Huh? Bro, if I ever look at my partner and I say I hate you, I break up with them. Why would you continue to date that person? It's not good for you or them. Why are you still in a relationship? You should never, and I mean never, come to a point where you hate your partner's guts. That is such a strong thing to say. And this isn't just a TikTok comment or a passing comment. This is a therapist saying it is okay to hate someone's guts. That is not healthy. This is where I want to try to relate it and try to maybe more closely understand exactly what's happening. In relationships or in life in general, there is a pretty big pressure, at least from my experience in the West, of people to be in relationships. It's normalized to have people want to be in a relationship. When you're single, it's, oh, when you're going to find the one. When you're dating someone for a while, it's, oh, when you're going to pop the question. Once you've been with them for a while, even longer, it's, oh, when are the grandbabies coming? You guys having kids soon? And for a lot of people, those are definitely their life goals, and they can healthily and safely pursue those at that current time. But for a lot more people, the pressure to be in a relationship can oftentimes be a lot more disastrous than good. This is a pretty basic psychology 101 chart, which if we look, of course, at the bottom, you have your food, your shelter, your warmth, you have your security and safety. And then right above that, Maslow says the next thing we need is intimate relationships and friends and a prestige and feeling of accomplishment, our psychological needs as humans. We are a social creature. And so on the whole, humans like being around people that they like, and they don't like being around people that they hate. And when you're constantly being told by society, whether that be friends, family, strangers, TV, any other form of media that, hey, you need to be in a relationship. And you even have therapists going around and saying, if you're in a relationship and you hate it, just fix it. Just talk it out. That is just pushing more and more hate. And when you talk about feelings of accomplishment or prestige, I mean, do you know any couples that maybe pushed forward a life milestone just because they didn't know, especially being from a small town? I see it all the times. People graduate high school and, you know, maybe they go to college, maybe they don't. 2 years out of high school, they're engaged or married. 2 years after that, they have a kid. And it's just boom, 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 right? It's, well, let's go to the next expected milestone. And that, of course, can be a major detriment to a lot of people who may not necessarily be at the right time or with the right person to do that. And that can lead to the detriment for a lot of parties, both directly and indirectly involved. Things like resentment, abuse, unsafe or unstable homes for children to grow up in, and all that stuff. Maybe that's why like these TikToks go so crazy viral, because so many people can like relate to them, strangely enough, to me, that they feel so surreal and so foreign. Like, I couldn't imagine watching this video captioned "kissing my girlfriend's best friend in front of her to see how she reacts." And this has 3 million likes because somehow this rang true with 3 million people to be like, yeah, this is how I would react. Or maybe people just like bad content. I'm not entirely sure. But I will say, I think it's really weird. Don't test your partner. If you're at a point where you feel like you need to test your partner, just talk to them. Communicate. It's so much easier to communicate than it is to ask them to peel an orange or to clean up some ketchup and then have a dictated response that they need to give, or else there's going to be a fight. I promise it's so much easier just to talk to them. And if you do find yourself as a man ignorant of how to do some simple things around the house, take some time and educate yourself. It's not embarrassing to do that. It is okay to admit your faults and to try to fix them. Talk with the person in your household who normally does this task. See if they want your help. And don't just do it as a like, oh, it's her birthday, so I'm gonna do the dishes today. Regularly set up a schedule. Split your responsibilities. In a relationship, it should be 2 people working together or more if you're in a polycule. To be honest, I don't know how polycules work with splitting chores. I feel like it'd be easier. There's more people to do the dishes, but there's more dishes to be made. So who knows? As you guys are saying too, go look it up on YouTube. Find YouTube videos. You can find TikTok videos. Learn how to do things, because you don't want to be a 25-year-old man who doesn't know how to make a box of mac and cheese. Literally, one of my college roommates was 21 years old and said, hey, can you make this instant vegetable thing for me? I don't know how to do it. And I flipped it over and the instructions were boil water, pour in water, and then cover. And he was a 20-year-old man who said, nope, I don't know how to do this. You don't want to be that guy. It's embarrassing. And if right now you're reflecting on your relationship and you're realizing, oh, maybe I've used some weaponized incompetence before, right? I've done it. But I know as a kid, I have a very vivid memory where I was playing a game and my dad yelled at me from downstairs and said, hey, help me rake the leaves. And then I was like, well, I really don't want to do that. I'm playing a game. I'm playing MapleStory. It's 2009. And I went out and I was the worst raker. I looked like I had never picked up a rake in my life. I was going so slow, right? I was just like, oh, man, this is the hardest thing. And I knew that would piss my dad off, and he would come over and grab the rake from me. And then he did the rest of the raking. And I went back inside and I got to level 30 in MapleStory, and it was fucking sick. But do you understand how that doesn't make me cool or good? That was a objectively thing for me to do. That was a loved one telling me, hey, help me with this task, and I intentionally sabotaged it that way I wouldn't have to do it. If you were actively doing that in a relationship, you are a bad person, and you should feel like a bad person, and you should fix yourself. It's okay to recognize when you're doing something bad and fix it. Are the straights okay? Can we answer this question? No.